under our Constitution, we are prohibited from establishing religion, yes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's what the
So
establishment says.
if you have members of Congress that are legislating laws in accordance with their faith in regards to abortion or LGBTQ, or women or any of those things, that should be prohibited within our Constitution.
You are not allowed to impose through the government your religious beliefs on others. That is not what religious freedom is about. That's not what our country rests on.
Yeah. For many of us, religious freedom is extremely important. It is life and death in this country.
Yes.
Many of us fled our countries to come to the United States because that is the one thing that distinguishes us from many countries. But it's also important that we have a secular government.
All right, folks, let's get straight to it. What you're about to hear isn't just another political opinion. It's a statement that strikes at the core of America's identity. During a recent congressional hearing, Representative Ilhan Omar questioned whether lawmakers should even be allowed to let their faith influence their decisions. Think about that for a moment. The very moral principles that helped shape the U.S. Constitution are now being challenged, not quietly, but openly, under oath, for the entire nation to witness. Now, Omar's words weren't theoretical, they were direct. She argued that decisions inspired by religious belief on issues like abortion, marriage, and traditional values should have no place in public governance. To her, faith-based reasoning is a threat. However, for millions of Americans, faith-based reasoning is fundamental to democracy. The Founding Fathers didn't fight to silence belief. They fought to protect it. This isn't just a debate over church and state. It's a battle over who gets to define morality in a nation built upon it. Silenced. And then, like a spark in dry grass, it ignited. Across the country, conservative voices called out for what it was. The quiet part finally said out loud. For years, critics warned that the radical left wasn't interested in debate. They were interested in erasure. What began as a conversation about separating church and state has turned into a push to purge Judeo-Christian values from public life entirely. The message? Believe what you want in private, but keep it hidden or risk being silenced. But it doesn't end there. The hearing shifts gears to Columbia University, where Omar starts grilling the university's president about campus protests. Her questions come fast. Have you seen anti-Muslim protests? Anti-Arab? Anti-Palestinian? One by one, the answers are no. But when she asks about anti-Jewish protests, there's a noticeable pause. Suddenly, the narrative shifts. Omar claims that anti-war protesters are being unfairly targeted. The battlefield isn't just Congress anymore. It's the college campus. Omar painted a vivid picture of bias and intimidation, Palestinian students being singled out, Jewish voices suppressed, and universities allegedly using private investigators against their own. But the university president pushes back hard, insisting that only those inciting violence were disciplined. What follows is a clash of two competing stories, one claiming oppression, the other enforcing accountability. And caught in the middle is the most fragile ideal of all, free expression, torn apart by both sides. As the exchange intensifies, Omar focuses on online harassment. Professors accuse of bullying and what she calls doxing and intimidation. The president defends the school's response, investigations, support systems, and disciplinary actions. But beneath it all lies a deeper truth. America's elite universities have become microcosms of the nation's divide, race, religion, and politics colliding in one volatile mix. And here's the sobering reality. This isn't just about Ilhan Omar or Columbia University. It's about the future of belief in public life. If faith is disqualified from guiding law, what then defines morality? If expression is punished, who decides what's acceptable thought? The debate that began with the Constitution has come full circle, louder, angrier, and more dangerous than ever. Because when conviction meets censorship, history reminds us, freedom never fades quietly. It must be defended,